Hello there, yarn lovers. It's Gary, and I'm coming to you from my happy place, the Yarn Con here on the west coast of Canada. How are you all doing? I hope you're well and staying safe. This is a pre-recorded video, and I'm hoping that I'll get everything edited and uploaded by Friday, October 31st, 2025, which is Halloween. So happy Halloween, everyone. I want to know what you're planning to do today when you watch this. Are you going trick-or-treating with family, or are you going to hand out candy? I'd like to hear some stories, if there's costumes, if you're dressing up, or if you like to turn the lights off and pretend that you're not home. I must confess, I've done that one year because Pixel, my dog, goes a little crazy when the doorbell rings because she wants to greet the person, but she's kind of like, barky and all that sort of stuff. So I am not sure what we're going to do. We're going to try it out, see how we go with a bowl of candy to give out, and yeah, cross fingers that she'll be okay. And I know that dogs have a hard time over Halloween because there's fireworks and the noise is kind of like, a little frightening for animals. So I do feel for them. If you're happening across this channel for the very first time, I've set the channel up to talk about all of my yarning adventures in knitting and crochet. I talk about my acquisitions, where I purchase yarn from, and tools of my craft. So if that's of interest, then please stick around. And for those who are returning, I want to say welcome back. I really enjoy reading the comments in the last videos that I dropped. So keep those comments coming. Let me know what you're working on and also doing for Halloween in this video, or in the comment section of this video. So today I've got a compilation of purchases that I made over a series of months. These are from online stores and in-store visits, so both in big box and one local yarn store as well. So I hope that you'll enjoy the content. So I'll turn back the time, and I'm looking at my invoice here on my laptop, which is saying September the 19th, 2025. I purchased an online purchase from Micheals. They were having a 30% off sale. All price points on this occasion for the Micheals will be in Canadian currency. Actually, all of these are in Canadian currency, because then after the online store purchase, I was in store in Canada. So all price points will be in Canadian currency. If that's not your home currency, you'll have to do the conversion to your home currency and figure out whether or not it was a good deal. I'll talk to you about shipping and all those wonderful things as well. So first order from Micheals came in this cardboard box. As mentioned, there was a 30% off all yarn sale. I will give you prices both in the regular and then also the discounted price that I received. I got wind that they had some new macchiato cakes, color cakes, and this is the Karen line. So that's it there, the macchiato Karen line. And I got all of the 6 that I purchased here. I got 3 colorways, so 2 of each. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So this is my 2 in this colorway that I received, or that I purchased, and the color is called Blazing Sunset. I absolutely love it. I think it's going to work up variegated, so there might be some pulling, might be some semi stripes in there as well, but the twist on it between the 2 colors, or I think there's maybe 3 colors in there, like red, orange, golden colors that sort of twist together and they marl. I love that for the texture, but love, love, love. And let me tell you a little bit about these cakes. They're claiming to be a 5, bulky, and in some parts I would agree, because it does rove a little bit. And I would say that it's more like maybe an Aran weight in general, but then there are some bits that sort of fuzz out to a 5 bulky. And care instructions are: hand wash, lay flat to dry. The content is 80% acrylic, 20% wool. This cake here is 227 grams, offering up 481 yards or 440 meters. So I got 2 of them. Don't know whether I'd make a blanket out of it because it's hand wash. Maybe a small blanket or a throw might work with a hand wash, but nothing too big because I like to put those into the washing machine. But I'm not too sure what I would make with this. I'm thinking a jumper, some sort of wearable would be nice. I'd love to see this crocheted or knitted in a very basic stitch and see how it works just in a flat fabric. So some ideas to play around with these types of yarns. Okay, what else can I tell you? They're saying here on the ball band to use a 6mm knitting needle or crochet hook. And where are you manufactured? Sometimes this is the hard one to find, where it is made. Yeah, it's not jumping out at me. A lot of these are actually made in Turkey, but I don't see it. I am sorry. If I do manage to find where it is on this ball band, I will include it in the show notes, but I don't seem to see it here. Oh, it's made in India, finally. So I got 2 of these colors. The price point on these at sale price was $10.49, which is $10.50. And regular it is $14.99, which is $15. So that is $4.50 discount. The next color I have here, same stats, is this one. I really like this one. This one has like a aquas, it has orange, a little bit of a chartreuse green. So yeah, this looks to be a little fluorescentness in there with pastels. Let's take a look. The color is called Atomic Aqua. Ooh, I like that name. Just going to make sure that they're both the same. Yep. Love that. Love, love, love. And the third color that I got 2 of is in Green Shock. This is more of the, I'm going to call this jungle kind of green, jungle vibes. Love that too. So I'm getting more of the forest greens, the evergreens. Yep, love it. Now, I always rate my yarn softness out of 5, 5 being the softest. So the macchiato cakes over all the colors are pretty consistent with their softness. I'm going to give it a 3.5, so just above average. It is a little bit halo-y. Maybe if I put that on that side, you can see that there is fuzz, a bit of fuzz on that yarn. And I really like them. So before I get going on my next order, I should talk to you about shipping as well. So shipping for this, because I did purchase this online, they charged me $14.95, so $15 for shipping in Canadian currency. It did get to me within 5 days. We do have a Micheals here. I'm not sure whether they had to pull from any other stores, but about an hour and a half to 2 hours away from us is the closest Micheals store. I think they might have actually had the majority of it ready to go. So they shipped it to me in 4 working days, which I thought was amazing and quick. And then they did charge me GST of 5% for the order, which equaled $3.89. Okay, so before I get going on my next visit to an in-store shop, I'll talk to you what Hank is wearing, because I forgot to tell you, forgot to talk about what Hank is wearing. In my last update video, I had finished this shawl, and it was it didn't have tassels on it. So I was thinking whether or not I should put tassels. So as you can tell, I ended up putting tassels on it. So I thought I'd dress Hank up so you could see the finished product or item. The pattern that I used was Hobby's pattern. I got from their online store, And I will include this pattern or any other stores that I might mention down below in the description box if you are interested in going down there to link to anything and find out more information. So this is the Calendula shawl, and it is by the designer Alicia Arroyo Blanco. And it is, let's see, they do use written out instructions to build the garment. So there's no charts, it's just all written out instructions, and they do have a schematic at the back like here to gauge how much the size of the end result is. It's a shawl that you can continue to grow if you wish. I did run out of my blue that I had in each of these blocks, so I kind of stopped it where it's suggested in the pattern to how many repeats to do, and it worked out fine because I only had like about this much of the blue left. If you're interested in finding out more of what went into this scarf, go back to the previous video. I'll link it down below in the description box as well, so it talks at length what yarn I used. So yeah, this will be another gift for Christmas. I tend to be making scarves and shawls for Christmas presents this year, so I'm having lots of fun. Excuse me, that was the box down here that I just touched, making that noise. Okay, so the next item that I want to talk to you about was a visit to our local Walmart here. And I saw this yarn. It was just put on the shelves. It seems like Walmart for us, at our one in particular, they don't cycle out new yarns very often. They don't put new yarns on. But when you do see a new yarn come in, it's quite obvious because they're not all tousled around as usual when I visit the yarn shelves. They're kind of neatly put in, and the racks are kind of all filled. So I kind of know when something new is there because it looks like it's been refreshed or, fluffed up a bit. So this is about maybe 2 weeks ago, in October sometime. What does my receipt say? I went shopping on, okay, this is also September 13. So yeah, over a month and a half ago now. So I purchased these here. It's called Lion Brand Yarn Landscape Renewed. Lion Brand, sorry about that flare there. Lion Brand Yarn Landscape Renewed. And I got 2 colors and I got 2 of each. So let me read you a little bit about this. Look how it's kind of like got that shiny quality to it. I don't know what that is. It looks like some sort of mesh, and then fibers are kind of blown on it. It's very soft and velvety. Okay, so this is a yarn that is sold in 150-gram balls or skeins, offering up 232 yards or 212 meters. It's 75% polyester, 25% recycled polyester, 70, oh, that's in a different language, that's French, sorry. Machine wash on gentle, tumble dry low. And it's saying it is a 4-weight and suggesting a 5.5 millimeter set of knitting needles or crochet hook. It is tested and approved against harmful substance with the Okiotech stamp. What else can I tell you? This color name is called Fiesta, and the softness of this one, yes, it's the same. I would say it's about a 3.5 out of 5. So above average, similar to the macchiato cake. What does it say about manufacturing? Made in China. So I would agree. It is a 4-weight. It's very plump, velvety, and there seems to be some type of shiny mesh in there. Maybe that's the polyester. Well, all of it's kind of polyester, I guess, right? Either recycled or a new fiber, freshly made. I like that. So that was Fiesta, and this one here in this color I thought was nice for a more of a pastel, softer feel. And this one is called South Wind. Well, it's kind of interesting because my next mood board mail that I'm hosting, I am finishing up my notes, and this would be a perfect one for one of the angles or in the theme that I'm building. It's called South Wind. Yeah, beautiful colors there. Love that. All right, so price point. There wasn't a sale on this one. I think I just bought it regular price, and it was $8.98 per ball. As I mentioned, I was in store, so there's no shipping notes here, but they did charge me GST of $1.80 for the GST. Okay, and that brings us to where I shopped in my local yarn store. I'll just move this away and I'll get the local yarn store bag. I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, I have my bag here from the purchase that I made at my local yarn store, and it is called Yarntastic. It has two locations, one in Nanaimo and one in Qualicum Beach, and I went to the Qualicum location and I made some purchases. So I will also give you the price points where I can, and I have been putting yarn together recently for a couple of shawl patterns that I'm working on. I think all of them, if I'm not mistaken, the knitted ones are Stephen West patterns. So I've been putting those aside and grouping them. I'll talk about it in an upcoming video. But some of these were contenders to add into some patterns that I bagged together and have ready to go when I'm interested in starting the project. So here we go. We've got this design, this dyer here, I believe is, it says here, Alberta, Canada. So it's called That Yarn Habit. I love this color. Look at that. So we have a icy blue, like a very light icy blue with these seaweed green speckles. I love that. It gives me aquatic feels for sure, like on a stormy day or in the sea foam around here. We'll have seaweed this kind of color in the water, and it is called Friends Collaboration. We hate Rachel Green Club. I don't know what is that the writing, the handwriting there? I don't know what that means, but that's probably the colorway name. It's fingering weight yarn. It's a 80-20, so 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon. I'm getting in this 100 grams, it's actually 113 grams, 425 yards or 388 meters. That's a lot of, it's a slightly oversized hank, and I think that's going to be great for a Stephen West shawl. One of the fades, maybe. He's got a whole pattern book of faded shawls that I purchased, and I think this will look really nice in one of them. Together, I was on this whole kick of like light blue, like icy, dusty kind of light blues, and this one is from Ancient Arts Yarn. And I didn't give you the price point of this one. Sorry, this is the yarn that I just mentioned before. That Yarn Habit was $30.95. And I would say, yes, nicely above average. So again, another 3.5 out of softness out of 5. Now this one is Ancient Arts Yarn, and it is $38. in this wonderful, slightly speckled, light blue colorway. And do I have a name here of the color? Yes, it's called River Rock. River Rock something. The price tags over the color. So I don't want to pull that back, but it's River Rock something. And it's called Little Nettle Soft is the base. It's 68% superwash fine merino, 32% nettle, fingering weight. In this 100 gram hank, I'm getting 385 yards or 350 meters. And they just give some gauge suggestion. It is dyed in Canada, but the yarn is made in Italy. Love that. Softness of this one. I can say it's a little rougher, so I'm just going to give it a 2.5, like sits right in the middle, but I absolutely love the color. And I would have no issues with holding this against, like wearing something directly against my skin with this if I made a shawl. Next up is, I like sometimes holding fingering weight together with like double-stranded as I'm working, both to maybe get gauge if it's like something that needs to be a bit thicker, or if I'm color coordinating and I really like two fingering together to make the match very nice, then I will do that. And I thought what would be nice is to have just a bare yarn sometimes to hold together and mull. And this will go with every color because it is just a neutral color. And it's called Natural 4-Play Yarn for Dyeing. I won't be dyeing it though. And it's by Estelle Yarns. And I think Estelle Yarns is also Canadian. The price point on this was $11.95. Let's have a look. It's 400 meters or 437 yards in this 100 gram hank. The content is 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. It says here you can machine wash this but lay flat to dry. And it's the same as, I would say, the nettle. It's a Pixels barking. It's probably around a 2.5 to a 3 in softness. Okay, my last two that I have here, oh, it's actually, yeah, no, I got two, was this yarn here, and it was by a hand dyer. Again, ice blue. I'm thinking, yep, I want to do things that are icy blue because I have a lot of warm tones, warm and rich tones that I could either brioche and need a pop of color in this light blue. These were from Crafty, it looks like Jack's Boutique, Crafty Jack's Boutique, and it's called the Heartfelt Sock is the base, which is a 75% BFL and 25% kid mohair. It's a 15 gram hank, or each of these are 15 gram hanks, and I'm getting 55 yards or 50 meters. The colorway of the darker one is called Caribbean Waters, this one here, for $7. I thought that was a great deal. And same dyer, same composition, and this one is called Refresh for $7. I really enjoyed shopping there. The shopkeeper, or the shop assistant there, was so full of knowledge, and we had good old chat about festivals that were happening, especially the one here, which was in Vancouver, and whether or not I had gone to visit the festival, and I hadn't, which happened in September or October, I can't remember. And I think it was in September. So I got some stories about like what was out there, what was, a steal, what was a great buy. So future Gary might go to one of the, I think it was called the, what's that festival called? I can hear you shouting it at me. Uh, I've been to it once, and it was my one and only fiber festival that I went to at I think it was at the playground in Vancouver about 7 years ago, maybe I'm guessing, and I really had a lot of fun there. So let me know if you've been to a fiber festival. Which one did you go to? And did you buy a sweater quantity of yarn, or did you actually just purchase random souvenir yarns from your favorite dyers or favorite colors that you like? Okay, I think that catches you up with everything that I wanted to talk about in this video, and I hope that you enjoyed the yarn. What were your favorites? Did you have any favorite colors? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next video. Continue enjoying your Halloween. Bye for now.